Hi, everybody. It's Lynette Kalfani Cox. I'm the co-founder of AskTheMoneyCoach.com. I want to talk to you today about saving money. In particular, I want to address in very real terms one question that I constantly get from people about how can I save more money. What I really want to give you some perspective on is the real reason that many of you can't save any money. I can guarantee when it all comes down, when the rubber meets the road, that the end result about why you can't ever save money is because one of two things, and it deals with timing. One, for some of you, is that you're stuck in the past. Something happened in the past that is still holding you back today and preventing you from moving on in the future. It could be, for a lot of you, mistakes that you made. It might be that you racked up debt in the past, and now that debt is still hanging around, unfortunately, way longer than you ever anticipated it would. It could be that you went through a downsizing in the past. You were out of a job, and so your finances got out of whack. It could be that you had a bad relationship, and maybe you abdicated some of your financial responsibilities to your ex, but you know what? He or she might be gone, but that bad credit, those money problems, that foreclosure you went through, that debt, that bankruptcy, whatever it was, it's still lingering. It's a problem for you and you haven't been able to overcome it. So that's why you haven't been able to save. Once you deal with that past issue and kind of put it to bed once and for all, once you take responsibility for your own role in whatever it might have been, I'm not saying it was your fault. I don't know all the particulars about your situation. But what I am saying, what I do know with certainty, is that if something in the past is still hanging around today, you can't move forward for the future. Secondly, for some of you who haven't been able to save, it's because your priorities are not in the right place. You don't have a vision for the future about why saving money now, here, today, not later tomorrow, saving money today is going to take you there where you want to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, or even longer. You know, the Bible says that a wise man plans for his children's children. So this speaks to the idea of trying to not only create generational wealth, but also the prudence, the importance, the almighty, just all out strength that you need to get you going in terms of long-term financial planning. If you're not thinking long-term, it's hard to save for the future. It might seem darn near impossible because you're probably so focused in saying, I got to pay today's bills. I got to pay the rent today, the mortgage today, the credit card payments today. I got to keep the lights on. I get it. I totally get it. I understand you don't want to get that car repossessed. You don't want the power and electric to go off. Totally get it. But what are you willing to sacrifice to make sure that you can save a little bit? I don't care what it is, just a little bit today to meet those future goals. You might need to look at where your spending is and find out whether or not it's in alignment with your values and what you say you really and truly want. If you only think about today, whether it's spending on today's needs or wants, whether it's thinking about today's bills and obligations, you're never going to be able to save the way that you want, need, and deserve for your family for the future. So you got to get those priorities in line. You have to come to the realization that the future, believe it or not, despite what you might have heard, is just as important as the present. I'd argue maybe it's even more important than whatever you're going through today. Take some time today to look at the time cycle in your life and what's gone on in the past, what you're doing right now in the present, and most importantly, to think about what are you doing for the future. If you save a little bit of money, $20 a month, $50 a month, $100, $500, whatever it is that you can afford to save, I guarantee you the future will be a lot brighter for you and your family.